I'd have a question for you. In the state of Texas, have you ever seen a camera in the restaurant bathroom and then you thought, isn't that an invasion of privacy? What if you would just want to file a complaint? That's what happened back in 2016. An owner from Waynes & Moore said, like, placed a camera in the bathroom. The reason why, because the owner said he wanted to prevent vandalism from happening. Well, that's what happened back in 2016. But this is the fact check. Yesterday, back in 2016, the restaurant put cameras in there because of vandalism, and then this was back in 2016. Chris 6 News reported the camera which was installed inside the men's bathroom in Waynes & Moore near Staples and Woolwich. This viewer that's familiar with the story sent the newsroom images which suggest the camera had recently been moved. The management refused to do anything, but they did confirm the same camera back in 2016 is still installed but has not been moved. But the owner said the camera is in to ensure a wholesome and clean environment and to protect the space from vandalism. Is it illegal? Well, Section 21.15 of the Texas Penal Code, or TPC, according to paragraph B, subsection 2, a person commits an offense while the other person consents with intent to evade privacy of the other person. The person photographs or videotaped by other electronic means records, broadcasts, or transmits a visual image of another in a bathroom or a changing room. There was a sign inside the restroom warning people, but paragraph H of the same law says a sign doesn't mean that the person being recorded consents. He also said you could have people don't see the sign. You could have people who need the restroom not consenting, but nonetheless evading themselves. But the owner said his intention isn't to evade privacy, but to protect his business. The reality is, in the restrooms in particular, the district attorney's office says it can't pursue this matter unless someone complains. But the police did stop by Waynes & Moore to check the camera out in response to our questions. It's a state jail felony which carries a prison term of 6 months to 2 years. If that were to happen, he would be sent to jail. So I think, yes, it's illegal. It's legal without consent. The sign doesn't even help. You're just sitting there like, the sign really doesn't help. You're sitting there, you just put a sign up there. That doesn't help anyone. I'm going to tell you, so right now, I'm going to tell you something right now. If my restaurant decides to put a camera in the bathroom, I will say yes, but if someone files a complaint, I will go. But if I was the manager, if someone filed a complaint saying there's a camera in the bathroom, I would walk up to the owner and say, we need to take down that camera. And he would say, I thought you wanted to prevent vandalism. Now customers are complaining. I'm not waiting for this. I will get that baseball bat and knock down the camera. And the owner doesn't feel the need to apologize to his customers and be like, I'm sorry for all this. Matt Manning says it's against the law. And the owner will be like, well, I don't give a shit. Would I invade your privacy by putting a camera in your bathroom, watching you take a shit or taking a piss? You want to put a camera in my bathroom, you'd be watching me take a piss or take a shit. But instead, you feel the need to watch people take a shit or watching women strip off? What the hell is wrong with you? But the camera is still installed and has not been moved. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're going to let it stay there. I don't care if I go to jail. That owner should face justice. He should go to fucking jail for recording in the restroom. This should be taken to court. You need to listen. If you see that camera, to all the men out there, if you go to Windsor Moore, you see that camera, file a complaint right now, sue him, sue that owner, take him to court. He needs to go to jail. Period. We don't need to see this happening. We like our privacy. We don't care. If something happens in the bathroom, we have the right to report it to management. This is the owner's choice. I'm not going to sit there and let this camera stay there. It has to move, period. If it doesn't move, it's going to be a whole different issue here. More complaints we file. If it was a lawsuit happening, the suit would be dropped because of the truth. The proof is in the videotapes. And I think since the camera was installed, no vandalism has been happening. It's going to be next. Someone vandalizes the girls' bathroom, they're going to put it in there. We don't want to see women. We don't want to see that happening. That's pervert. That's being pervert. That's like being a pervert. The owner needs to read the law, and if he wants to open a restaurant, then this is what needs to happen. You should not be doing that. So I think this restaurant is violating that law. That camera's been upgraded and moved. But the CCPD will send an officer there. That officer just gave us a statement for the show, then it would have been a home run. Like if I saw that bathroom, it's the same shit. It's the same shit like in 2016. You vandalize someone else's property, they have the right to report it. Take a picture of it and say, okay. But according to 21.15, a person commits an offense if, without the other person's consent, with intent to invade privacy of the person, photographs by videotape or electronic device means records, broadcasts, and transmits a visual image in a bathroom or changing room. But he says the camera is pointed at the sink area, not at the urinals or stalls. I agree with Manning. That camera is an invasion of privacy. I don't care if it's being pointed at the sink. But it's still an invasion of privacy. You can't invade someone's privacy, period. If you invade my privacy, I would have you arrested. I can ask you to leave or I can have you arrested. But the bottom line here is this. If you decide to say to put a camera in the bathroom, don't do it. There's lots of places you can put cameras. Put a camera outside or inside. Outside, inside, put it in the bedroom. I mean, mini cameras are like a waste of money. This video is going to be sent to Channel 6 and to Greg Chandler, who did the story. I think if this video can hit the owner, if the owner of Wings & More can watch this, they need to take down the camera or close down the restaurant. That's their choice. Take down the camera or close down the restaurant, or have the owner be arrested for evasion of privacy. I want to see this case taken to court. If this case gets taken to court, the court would order them to take down the camera. If they refuse, then the owner can be arrested and sentenced to 6 months to 2 years in prison. That's his choice. Take down the camera or go to jail, with the restaurant being closed. Like, I don't know how it happens. Like, if the owner goes to jail, won't the restaurant close? If owner restaurant goes to jail, will but I don't know. I mean, seriously, I think that would happen. But seriously, though, you have to understand, though, I mean, this owner should just be facing justice. That's his choice. If the owner watches this, either take down the camera or close down the restaurant. You don't see me walking around with a camera in the bathroom. I don't care if it's an invasion of privacy. Like the owner says, let's install a camera in the bathroom. And they'd be like, wouldn't you go to jail? You could go to jail. The sign, like, there's no excuse for you to be having it. This needs to be taken to court. But CCPD did stop by to check the camera out in response to the questions. But the DA said it can't pursue this matter unless someone complains to either the DA's office or the police. But the police say they did stop by Tuesday to check the camera out in response to the questions. I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't see a sign, have people who need to use the bathroom. I mean, if you see a sign, they use the bathroom, they look at the camera, people are afraid to use the bathroom. Instead, they might be peeing outside the bathroom. It's illegal. So again, this owner needs to face the consequences. He needs to go to jail or take down the camera. If he takes down the camera, hallelujah. No more cameras in the bathroom. But if he refuses, everyone's not going to be afraid to go to the bathroom. People are going to sue the restaurant, and then the owner's going to go to jail for invasion of privacy. Then he'll be sitting in jail thinking, you know what? I need to take down that camera. I mean, I understand that you want to protect your business, but you need to understand we can't. I mean, we don't want to. You don't want to see us taking a piss or taking a shit. So, the bottom line here is, don't expect me to sit to see that camera in the bathroom, because that's an invasion of my privacy. You don't want to see me take a shit in there, would you? Or washing my hands, or changing. Like, I understand you want to prevent vandalism from happening, but it's just gonna happen. But if it happens, then they can report to management. Like, if the restrooms are dirty, then they can, like, if someone needs to clean the bathroom, they can, like, have someone clean the bathroom. It's against the law, and if it's against the law, period. I don't care if you're trying to protect your restaurant or not, but it's against the law. I don't care if you care. We just want people to be protected, period. Because I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. This is going to be 2 separate videos. First one, okay, so I'm sending this to Greg Chandler, because he reported on this yesterday. I'm sending this episode to him because I want Greg Chandler and the owner and the management to see this video. Otherwise, I'm coming out there with a full-blown lawsuit. Because if the owner does not meet this demand, I'm going to come at him with a lawsuit, and I will see him in court, along with the other men. The evidence is right there. That's the evidence. And the cameras, when the video footage can be evidence from, like, all the days. But the camera's been upgraded, but it hasn't been moved. They're like, let's upgrade but not move it. And then they're going to be like, I'm just going to go to jail. I mean, I'm not dealing with this. Okay, this is going to be sent to Greg Chandler right now. And in our next video, we're going to be talking about, should parents really custody their kids? Stay tuned.